Hello, my name is Gabe, and this is a small showcase tutorial video about the transform components asset. Um, let's start by making a small solar system-like movement. So we are going to make a new active blueprint. We are going to have a static sun in the center, and we are going to have a few planets. Now for the movement we are going to use first a location sign component, and since we are going to be moving these in a sort of circular or elliptical orbit, we are going to use two of these for one planet. One is going to be the x-axis. We are going to check out how these are going. I'm going to in a second. Actually, let's bump this up to 500. So if I'm just using this, you are going to see that if I place this into the word, we are going to have a very quickly moving ball back and forth. This is not really circular, and this is way too quick. So we are going to lower the frequency to, let's say, 0.1. And we are going to use the other sign as a cosine, which is just a phase 90 frequency, phase 90 sine wave. And we are going to also use 0.1. And if we are trying to shoot for an elliptical orbit, we might want to pump this to, let's say, 800. If now we are going to play this, you'll see that it is a sort of elliptical movement. If we want to move this a bit to the side, oops, then we are going to use a bit of offset, let's say 0.2. And now on this side it's going to be a bit closer. Actually, let's bump this up to, let's say, 0.5. You see, it's far closer on this side and far further on that side. Okay, let's just make this size of 2 and this one a bit smaller. So now we have the first planet, let's say. So we can now just copy this. And we are going to pump this up to 1000. We are going to pump this up to, let's say, let's just double it for now. We might want to lower the frequency so it doesn't go as quickly. And we can add a bit of phase to it, so we can, I'm just going to show you. But now they are, well, they don't, because of the frequency they are not in sync anymore, but they start at the same place. We can play around with this if we just add a bit of phase to it. So let's say this is to, actually let's edit something bigger. 20, and then this is, and now it's going to start quite differently, quite different starting position. Now of course they are not moving yet, and we will not see that very clearly if I add some constant rotation, but we are going to try. So let's, I'm going to make this go very quickly, just for the sake of maybe seeing something out of it. But we probably won't. Wait, I'm going to stop the movement for a second. Of course, if it had a texture properly, it's in the center now. Give me a second. Just going to hide this. So this is now moving very, very quickly. Way too quickly, actually. It's not good with without textures. Well, let's just ignore the rotation for now, and roll with the movement. Maybe I'll know how we are going to see that. Auto start and auto start. We are going to have a cube planet as well. So this will be actually a cube. Oh, can stay at that. And let's roll with something a bit more different. For example, well, I don't know. Let's put it in the middle of the two, and this will have a far less elliptical orbit. So actually, let's roll with 900, and I'm going to set this back to 0. Phase should be fine for now. Oh, and we are going to put back that rotational constant. And just give it a bit. Okay, so now if everything is true, then yeah, this one is rotating as well, as you can see. They will probably collide, but that's a different story for now. But yeah, so we have a very weird solar system-like movement. And if we actually wanted to, we could add a constant location to this whole charade. Oh no. Sometimes it's helpful if you can think ahead. And we are just going to go in the next direction. And now our whole solar system is actually moving through the galaxy or something. Let's pump this up. And as you can see, it moves around. We could even do the whole solar system in a circular orbit, but why? Okay, so I'm going to just turn this off. All right. Let's move on, and we will use this solar system. Maybe we will scale it down a bit, but we will use it later. And let's make a simple door. We are going to make this will be a very, very simple door. We are going to use the transform list component, and we are going to have a cube. Let's set this quickly up. So it should be a bit taller. It should be thinner. Oh, and because we are going to actually, well, let's put it off for a bit later. Yeah, that should be fine for now. And we are going to simply move this to the left, which is minus 100. Length should be fine. I think that's fine, but we are going to try it right away. Maybe we want this to be a bit wider, so it acts a bit differently. Okay, we are going to copy this. This is going to move to the other direction, and I should place them apart a bit. I think it should be 75. No, I'm doing the opposite, sorry. Yep. Okay, so if we now check it out, I don't know, it's still... No, because I didn't check the inherit original transform, so it knows where it was at the beginning. So now it opens quite well. And we are going to try to bring the solar system out on this door in a few seconds. Okay, so in order to affect the solar system, we need some sort of a connection. We could do this with even dispatches or in the word blueprint. I'm just going to make a new variable. We are going to call the function from the door. This is a solar system, and the name shall be solar system as well. And we are going to call the function when one of the doors is finished. They do the same motion basically, so we don't have to really care about which one it is. Yeah, we don't have the function yet, so let's go to the solar system and let's make an event. Let's call this after opened or something, doesn't matter. And we are just quickly going to set this up. All right. Now, first of all, let's make the solar system a bit smaller. Like 0.25 should be fine, I think. Yeah, it seems about right. And oh, let's just check whether, well, maybe we should make this a bit bigger or smaller. Yeah. Oh, right. Quickly, let's just make this visible, and let's just set this up so we don't get error messages. Say solar system. All right. So, let's make it just a tiny bit smaller. This might be a bit too small, but doesn't matter. Okay. And let's add well, let's do this one with a curve, just so we get to know all the things. And we are going to, well, we don't really need this location constant, but since it's apparent to all of these, it makes the handling a bit easier now. So I'm just going to leave it there. And let's make a curve. This is going to be a vector curve. And a curve vector. let's call this solar location or something. We are going to, well, actually we only need the phi. So we are going to add a key to 0 where it should be 0 and another key to, I don't know, let's say 2 where it should be, well, let's roll with, maybe that's a bit too much, 4000. Well, it depends how much I pull this back. Well, actually, oh, since we scaled it down here, this might be a bad idea. Let's scale it down. Let's scale it down with this so we don't affect the motion. So now it's actually fine to just roll with 2000, I believe, but we will see immediately when I, for the love of God, oh, I didn't add the curve this time. Solar system curve. Again, that should be fine for now. And oh, well, that's way more than I expected. Okay, then. That should be fine. Alright. And, well, let's set the scale as well. But actually, let's set up the whole thing first. So we are going to net auto start this one, but we are going to start it when it opens the door. Let's quickly check this one. So when I press T, it comes forward. Nice. Okay, maybe I will nudge this a tiny bit more forward so we can scale it as well. So I'm going to add another curve. Miscellaneous vector. This is going to be CE solar scale. Well, since it's an addition, not a multiplication, we want a key at 0 to be 0. Oops. And we want the key at, well, I don't know, 0.5 at, let's try 4. Okay. Now we are going to go back to the solar system and a scale curve scale. And we are going to, well, going to attach this to this and the whole thing there. And now we are going to use this scale curve. We don't want to auto start, and after the location curve is done, we are going to start scale curve. Sorry. And now if everything is true, then yeah. Well, it's not a, oh, I seem to have left a print somewhere. I'll have to remove it. Okay, so as you could see, we have a fairly, well, not complicated, but not exactly easy setup. We have a door that's forwarding the finished to another actor, and that actor moves first, then it scales up. And as you could see, it still does the movement throughout the whole transformation. Alright, that should be most of the things. One thing I'll show is that we also have a well should have, yeah, I don't know why it doesn't show up there, but I'll look into that. So we also have a transformer list which you can use to move around actors simply. So if we set up a very quick transformation list, just going to move this to, I don't know, 500. We want, oh, let's just set a loop as well so you can see that. And yeah, that should be it. Auto start is on. Okay, now you can attach actors to this in two ways. There's a little auto attached actors variable which you can just pick, or of course you can use the built-in method. You need to set this to movable in order this to work. And you can just attach it there. Now you will see that it moves back and forth. Alright, I think that should be it. I'll look into why it doesn't show up here. Oh, now it does. Interesting. Okay, that was just a weird random bug then. Thanks for watching and hope you will enjoy the asset. Bye.